it's Amanda, and I am coming to you with a currently inked video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I had a few pens inked up, and I've really kind of been wanting to do this. I was going to limit it to one side, like one page, but I found a couple of others that I have been using that I really want to add, so I'm going to fill out this page, and we'll do a little bit, we'll do a couple extra over here. But yeah, actually maybe we'll start on this page instead. But yeah, so, currently inked. In no particular order, I'm going to start with just the pens that are closest to me. This is the Pelikan M605 white transparent. I have a medium nib on it. I'm zoomed in so you can see the writing a little better. I've also put lotion on, so my paper is gonna probably be annoying. Let me move this hopefully out of the way. So how do I do this? Okay, ink. So this is Kobe 78, Rokko, Alps, pink. I actually wanted to put this in a different pen, but I inked this up and then realized it afterwards, so we're just gonna go with it. I have it in a Pelikan M605. It's an 05 because it has the silver trim. White transparent. With a medium nib. And then I do the lines, and then I do the scribbles. So, if I didn't do the 4 lines, I could probably get more pens on one page, but I like how this looks. This is a really pretty bright pink. Has some nice shading. I have a sample of it from Van Ness Pens. Actually, I have the sample sitting right here. Kobe 78. Alright, next up I have my Pilot Custom 823 with the medium nib. It's an 18, is it 18 karat gold nib, I think? I don't remember. I think it's 18 karat gold. 20? I don't know. It's a gold nib. I'm about to sneeze. No, I'm not. Okay. And this pen is currently permanently inked with Colorverse Matter. I just keep refilling it. Actually, I haven't used this pen in a while, so I haven't actually been using it. I have like probably about that much left. It looks very dark on this paper. Pilot 823 with a medium nib. This is the smoke finish. The medium nib is probably my favorite. I have a broad and a fine nib, and the medium is probably my absolute favorite. I couldn't decide when I got these pens between the medium and the broad, so I got both expecting to send one back, and then I kept them, and then I was able to get a fine nib one, and I really like that as well, but the medium is just, it's perfect. If I could only keep one, I think I would keep this medium one. Thankfully, I don't have to make the decision between which to keep and which to get rid of. But yes, very nice, very nice, very nice. Next up, I have a Sailor LeCoule This is filled with the ink that I had during Inkvent. So we have Diamine, 2021. This is Candlelight. Sailor. Cool. These come with a medium fine nib. I don't think you can get a different nib size. Has really nice shading, which is why I still have it in this pen and haven't dumped it. I cleaned out a bunch of pens over the weekend and earlier today, so some of the Inkvent inks have been cleaned out of pens. But this one I liked enough to keep in it. I don't know, something about the fine nib, the medium fine nib, something about the shading. I don't know. I just really I like what's going on here, so I'm gonna roll with it. Next up, we have another ink from the Inkvent. This is still filled with Diamine Tempest. I am loving it in this pen. I actually haven't used it in a while because the pen was in a case. So we'll see if that Pelikan seal works because I haven't used it. Oh, it does. I haven't used it almost since I've inked it. I've used it maybe a couple times since I inked it. 2021. This is Tempest. I should probably shake it up because it is a shimmer, and I have it in a platinum Plaisir. And this has the, I don't know if you can see it, it's covered in ink, but it has the 05 nib, which is the medium. It looked kind of broad though, but this paper does that. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Next up, I have one of my Visconti Homo Sapiens. I actually have both of them inked up because I refilled this one with Atramentis Alexander Hamilton. I cleaned it out actually because I was gonna ink it with something else, and then I was just like, oh no, I need Alexander Hamilton. You can also find this ink under the name Aubergine, and I don't know, there's a couple of different, Atramentis has several lines of ink, but a lot of it is based off their base colors, so they call it, like, they have a writer series and they have like all these series, but if you check, it'll say what the base color is, and the base color for this one is Aubergine. This is Midnight in Florence. I have a medium nib on here. Special shout out to my gamer friends. A lot of my gamer friends have been watching the videos lately, so I don't know if you're watching this one, but if you are, thank you. I have a couple of, I actually was watching one of my friends stream today, and chat kind of came up with a good idea for a video, so we're gonna have a pretty, I don't know, I think it'll be fun. Maybe I'll do it as a currently inked, or maybe I'll just, I don't know, show them off a little bit. But yeah, I've got an idea for video coming, and I knocked this over, I'm sorry. Here we go. The gorgeous pen. Oh, I love this pen so much. It writes beautifully, it's just stunning. I keep it in one of these rickshaw pen sleeves. It's covered in cat fur. But yeah, actually I keep both of my Homo sapiens in the, here, let me zoom out. In these two. Actually, one was a gift from a friend and one was a destash from a friend. So these are the Harris Tweeds pen sleeves. It's the Barrister. I believe it's the Barrister color. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I keep them in those sleeves because these are expensive pens and I don't want anything to happen to them. So anyway, we might as well just move on to the next one. I actually have a different ink in this pen than I usually do, so I thought it was worthy of pulling it out for currently inked. In this, I still have a Robert Oster. It's still a blue, but I have Lake of Fire instead of Soda Pop Blue. This is a Visconti, Homo sapiens. Bronze Age. And I also have a medium nib on this one. Both of these nibs are palladium nibs, which are very hard to come by now. The newer pens have gold nibs. Oops. You may be able to find one on D-Stash. Or like a pen swap or something. If somebody's actually getting rid of one of these pens, but it'll probably cost you a pretty penny. I know some of the nib sites that sell like single nibs used to have them, but I feel like they might be out of them. But yeah, I probably won't, unless it's a finish that is absolutely to die for. I don't see myself getting another Visconti Homo sapiens because I don't want to spend, I don't want to spend more money for a lesser nib, if that makes sense. Not that it's lesser, but I really like the way the palladium writes, and so I don't want to write with a different nib. So I'm happy with the nibs that I have, and that's just the way it's going to be. I'm moving this a little bit to make it a little more comfortable to write. Sorry for all the camera movement. My stuff is being silly. Okay. Next up I have my Twsbi Eco. This is the Smoke and Rose Gold. I have Taccia, Ume-Murasaki. This is one of the artist series from the second set of series that just released. And this is a Twsbi. I have a broad nib, so it's really juicy. I love this ink in this pen though, all the shading. I think I do want to try it in a smaller nib, like maybe a medium or a fine, just to see what it looks like in one of those nibs, but I love it. I love it in this nib. Oh, I can't get enough of this ink. Really pretty, pinky brown, gorgeous. Next up I have another Twsbi. This is a Twsbi Eco T. It's an Eco T because it has the triangular shape to it. It has a triangular grip. Yeah, and I have this inked with Diamine Wild Strawberry. Oops. Pretty ink. It's definitely a red. It's definitely like a warmer red. Not a cool red, but it is very reminiscent of a very ripe strawberry. I inked this pen up. This pen has been inked for so long. I inked it up when Strawberry Lipstick by Youngblood was released as a single. Like, that's how long this ink has been in this pen. So like a year now, maybe longer than that. I don't know. I have a couple more. I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8. Okay, I have 3 more. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be, I wasn't going to put the Visconti in there, but I decided to. So yeah, so I have 3 more pens. We have a Lamy Aion in dark green. I have my Aurora 88 in Nebulosa, and then one of my Lamy 2000s. These are inked still with, actually all 3 of these are inked with Inkvent inks. You may remember that this is Inkvent Nightshade. I don't know why I dotted the A. This is a Lamy 2000. And this is the fine nib. I like this combination a whole lot. I think it looks really nice in the fine nib. Still get some shading. I don't know, I think it's lovely. There we go. Next up, I'll do this because it has the save ink that I inked it up in. This is Diamine Inkvent. Festive Joy. The medium nib? My medium nib was tuned and smoothed by Gina over at, oh, what's her website? I just forgot her website. customnibs.com, I think. Something was up with my nib. It had like a burr or something. It could have been a misaligned tine, but I don't think it was. It didn't look like it was. But it was scratchy, and not in a feedbacky way, just in a scratchy, something's wrong with this way. And I knew it was something wrong because I'd written with it before and it was nice and fine. Like, it had feedback, but it wasn't scratchy. Like, when I would do cross strokes, it was real scratchy. But yeah, this is my anniversary pen that I went for my company. If you've worked there a certain length of time, they give you a bonus to basically to go on a trip, but all you have to do to receive the money for this is to show them a hotel receipt, and then they'll give you, or like a flight or something like that. Basically, you just have to show them proof of you going somewhere, and then they give you the money. And I had an inexpensive vacation for my trip, and so I ended up spending some of the money on a more tangible item, which is this pen right here. So thanks, work, for the work pen. And last but certainly not least, I have the Lamy Aion in the dark green finish. I have a medium nib on here. And there's still water in the cap, so I'm going to wipe that nib off. And in this pen, somebody in the comments, I think it was Angela, but now that I'm saying that, I'm blanking on who it was. I think it was Angela who said that she put her ink in this pen, and so I decided that I want to try that too. So I have Diamine Inkvent, Black Ivy. I had this nib in a fine nib when I did the inking and the reveal for it, but I wanted to see it in a bigger nib, so I inked this pen up instead. This is a medium nib and this is a dark green. And yeah. I really like this pen. But there we go, that's our currently inked. I think it looks nice in this pen. I had a few others that I could probably throw in here, but they're destined for the cleaning pile, so I'm not going to bother. I will lift this up a little bit and flip it around so we can see. Here is my currently inked. It's pretty dark. I kept this one in there. I added this one to brighten it up a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. It's a good lineup in my personal opinion. I'm excited to use all these pens up, do some lyrics writing, copying down lyrics. I don't write actual songs myself, but yeah. So let's go ahead and see what the pens look like all laid out next to each other. We have our Pelikan, our Custom 823, our LeCoule, let's put the clips to the side, our Plaisir, my Visconti, Homo Sapiens, my Visconti Homo Sapiens. It's kind of a humble brag there. Then we have my Twsbi Eco and another Twsbi Eco and my Lamy 2000 and my Aurora and my Lamy Dark Green. So there we go. There's my currently inked. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again very soon with another video. Take care. Love you. Bye.